Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, Light from Mars. I am here of course with more mysterious / magical content. This week's topic is going to be crop circles. In this video we are about to dive into all of the theories behind crop circles and just explore more about this absolutely insane phenomena. Before we dive into all of the theories behind crop circles, let's just talk a little bit more about this phenomena. So first of all, crop circles are not just circles, but come in all sorts of different shapes. Stalks inside crop circles are typically bent into what is known as a swirl pattern. The swirls inside these circles may turn clockwise or counterclockwise. In patterns with several circles, you may find both. And even in the same circle, you might find two layers of crops, each spinning in the opposite direction. Most of the earliest crop circles that have been reported seem to be simple circular designs. However, after about 1990, crop circles started to get way more elaborate, gigantic, and complex. Crop circles are sometimes completely unique designs, but often there are a lot of symbolism to ancient culture. And the most sophisticated, advanced types of crop circles often refer to mathematical equations. Some of these crop circles are so insane, it is baffling how they could have even been created. I'm talking exact perfect ratios, references to exact numbers or concepts. Crop circles have been found throughout the world, including in the US, Canada, Australia, India, Peru, and more. However, inarguably, most crop circles seem to be concentrated specifically in southern England. Crop circles are created in all different types of fields, and most of the time, crop circles appear overnight. People who have gone to these crop circles often report very strange and unexplainable physical and emotional reactions. Some people think that this is because many scientists have measured extremely high magnetic fields around and inside crop circles. People have reported feeling dizzy, disoriented, peaceful, and anxious. Other people have said that they hear buzzing sounds or feel a tingling sensation. Many people have also reported seeing strange lights and even craft surrounding these crop circles. Obviously, this is the biggest reason why it is associated with UFOs. However, UFOs are not the only theory for crop circles, so we are about to dive into what the most widely believed theories are behind crop circles, and I'll let you come to your own decision on what you believe. So the first major theory about how crop circles could be being formed is the wind. That is an actual theory, okay? This is real, I'm not joking. So it's a little more complicated than that. It's not like the wind is just blowing through and magically creating these super geometrically precise patterns, okay? Essentially what the wind theory actually suggests is that crop circles are actually just created by these swirling circles of wind called vortices. These vortices are similar to kind of like a dust devil, almost like a miniature tornado. The idea is that the spinning force within these vortices could have enough pressure to push air to the ground and help flatten the crops. One of the scientists who is a really big proponent on this theory is this guy named Dr. Terence Maiden. He actually works for the Toronto and Storm Research Organization in Wiltshire, England, where the vast majority of these crop circles seem to be concentrated. He claims that these vortices that create crop circles are charged with energy. Therefore, when dust particles get caught up into the currents, they may appear to glow. That is his explanation as to why these lights are often seen when crop circles are formed. I think that this is a very interesting theory. I mean, you know, who am I to say that this guy's whole life research is wrong? I do believe that I'm sure that these vortices could create that kind of effect. I think what I'm having trouble believing is that they could create these super specific patterns that clearly resemble actual things, that have super specific geometrical and mathematical components. It does make sense, I guess, that nature would express itself in a mathematical way, but I don't know, like, I just think it's a little bit of a stretch to say that this is just the wind, because why would it not have always happened? You know what I mean? And why doesn't that happen everywhere? I don't know. Maybe that's just how the wind rolls at that specific part of the world. Like, the wind in England just goes so hard that it's busting out friggin' mathematical equations for fun, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. So the next theory about how crop circles are formed is actually that they are formed by aircrafts. So this does not seem seem to be a hugely popular theory. However, there have been a couple of researchers who have taken it very seriously and genuinely theorized that crop circles could be formed by small helicopters and airplanes. Their claim is that these aircraft stir downdrafts that force air down and push the crops into their patterns. It is worth noting that this has been attempted to be replicated, and they have never been able to prove that this could actually be possible. Once again, I think this is just obvious that this does not make sense. I definitely 100% don't think this is the answer, just because oftentimes there are not aircrafts anywhere in the area. No one ever saw or heard an aircraft, so I don't necessarily believe that that could be possible. And also, I do not really think that any aircraft would just be sitting there or doing tricks around a random field long enough to create some of these patterns. So once again, that seems kind of ridiculous to me, but I mean, it is a legitimate theory, so you know, it's there. So the next theory, which is a little bit more interesting to me, is that all of these crop circles are actually just formed from Earth's energy. Some people do believe that Earth itself just has some kind of energy that is actually forming the crop circles. One possible form of this energy that people believe could be causing this is electromagnetic radiation. It is also believed that this could possibly explain why there's such strong magnetic fields around crop circles. Other people believe that this is caused by microwaves that the Earth is somehow emitting. In the early 1990s, an American biophysicist named Dr. William Levengood discovered that the crops in crop circles were damaged similarly to the way a plant would if it had been microwaved. He proposed the idea that crop circles were actually being formed from the crops being heated rapidly with microwaves from the inside. Other people also suggest that crop circles could somehow be formed by some kind of fungus or other unknown byproduct or chemical or mineral in the soil. There are theories about old bombs from the World Wars, byproducts from that. There are just a bunch of different theories on what could possibly be causing this. Once again, I think that my main issue with a lot of these theories is these designs, I just don't see how they could be accidental. And not only do they not seem accidental, but they seem to be intelligently designed. I do believe that the Earth itself could create these kind of patterns because they're fractals. It makes perfect sense that the Earth could be doing this, but I don't know. So much of the time it almost seems like these crop circles are communicating something, and so it just is kind of crazy to me to think that this is just something that the Earth is doing, because why is it not forming these things other places? I don't know. It just doesn't exactly fit for me. However, I definitely think that some of these are very interesting theories to think about. So the next theory about crop circles, probably the second most popular one, is that they are man-made. Yes, so this is the belief that all crop circles are actually hoaxes and that they are just created by humans. It definitely has been proven that some crop circles are man-made, and there have been very famous people who have come out as hoaxers who have created, in some cases, hundreds of crop circles themselves. One of the most famous and prolific crop circle creators was a British duo named Doug and Dave. In 1991, they came forward and admitted that they had actually created hundreds of crop circles since 1978. And so it is pretty well known that there are definitely some crop circles that were created by humans. However, that does not change the fact that some crop circles simply cannot be explained away as hoaxes, and some of them genuinely do not seem like they could possibly have been man-made. Famous crop circle researcher Colin Andrews admits that about 80% of crop circles are man-made, while 20% are created by some kind of higher force. So that is where we get into the last theory behind crop circles. Obviously, this one is the most popular, the most stereotypical, and what you would probably associate with crop circles. And that is that crop circles are created by UFOs and aliens. So like I said before, people have witnessed strange lights and ships, crafts, different things around crop circles that have led to this belief. Oftentimes, this is definitely mostly associated with those 20% of crop circles that are so geometrically perfect, so mathematically accurate, so precisely made that it does not seem possible that this could have been created by a human. In some of these cases, these crop circles seem to appear in less than an hour. I'm talking crop circles that are hundreds upon hundreds of feet long. long. Once again, with perfect precision. It definitely seems impossible that humans, with just a couple of basic tools, could go completely undetected to create some of these pieces, because frankly, they are works of art. And when you're on the floor, you cannot really see what you're doing. Some of these pieces are so large that to even get a good look at them, you have to be in an airplane. You have to get an aerial view to even be able to actually see the whole thing. So this is where people really start to question what is really creating these things. And if it is not humans, if it is not the Earth, well, it is obviously possible that it could be something else, possibly UFO or aliens. This theory definitely does also lend itself to the fact that there are high levels of magnetic radiation, which has long been associated with UFOs. I think that it's possible that maybe they're using some sort of electromagnetic force or radiation along with possibly maybe some microwaves, and that is how they are creating this sort of pressing effect with the stalks. It is also worth noting that in these more complex crop circles, you tend to see that the stalks are bent. They are not broken. Oftentimes, when these crop circles are man-made, you will see that the crops are broken because that is the only way that they can get them to actually lay flat like that most of the time. They have to break the stalks. And so that is one of the defining features that you see in these more complex crop circles. These stalks are not broken. They are just completely bent over as if they had just been melted over, you know what I mean? Along with balls of lights and UFOs, people have also witnessed strange clouds, mists, different things that just don't quite appear right before or after crop circles appear. Alright guys, those are the main theories behind crop circles. Who is making crop circles? That is the million-dollar question, guys. People have dedicated their entire lives to researching just some of these theories. This is a genuine, super mysterious phenomena that is still occurring to this day. What theory do you guys think is accurate? What do you think is forming these crop circles? I would love to hear your thoughts on what could possibly be causing this. Do you guys think that it could be the wind or maybe airplanes? Do you think that the Earth itself is forming crop circles? Do you believe it's the aliens? Do you think they're maybe just man-made? What do you think is going on? Please leave a comment and let me know. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big like, and also, of course, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday about all things mysterious and magical. So also make sure to have post notifications on so you never ever miss a video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!